Take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Inside.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
We want this. Jump! He's coming. Double up, double up.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
40. Mike, I'm Mexico. I'm going to run you over. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 1st down, Swift. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Luck. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 28. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. Swift. Space to run past the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 626. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end Higbee. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. The toss out to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
319. 1030. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, Delta.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
50. Hey, you block over here. Twistone, travel. Jumper. Watch safety creeping.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now this throw caught left side. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
3rd and long. It's Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And touchdown. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
26. 31's the mark. All day. Jump out. Pilot, 64. Weak. Check. 6 guys. Check 6. Back north.
On third down, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Swift. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Check out. hey, check. 53's the mic. 53, check.
Throwing on 2nd down, Luck. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Luck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 2nd down and 4. Luck. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 5. Good enough for the 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just 50. Hey, exit. 57.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
6-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Swift. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. They snap it to Locke. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way down to the 37.
Here we go.
It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 50 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 31, Rodgers. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Jet bomber. Back north. Inside.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. On 1st down, Swift gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Out of the gun, Luck. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings us 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll run on first down. Swift. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second down, Swift. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 yards there at a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Locke. Jones has it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now Elliott. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
7. 31's the mic. You get blocked, man. You get
Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley.
Receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
30. 31's the mic. So we got man. 31's box it.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
53, Mike, 53. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple of...
Tell the